So today I'm going to be talking about self-help books and whether you should be reading them or not. Now, these days there are so many self-help books that you can buy from the shop. If you go to a bookstore, there's a whole section which is self-improvement, and there's so many different books ranging from how to manage your love life, how to become a better version of yourself, improving your speech, how to negotiate for a pay rise, how to manipulate people. You can find everything. And these books are very interesting, and they teach you a lot of interesting things that you can apply to your everyday life and can help you to become a better version of yourself. But there are many arguments against it. The only argument that I have against self-help books, I think they are great. But I think the only problem is that many people read them, they read self-help books and they go to themselves, oh damn, that is so cool. They read something really interesting. But the reality is they never implement these things into their everyday lives. The best thing about self-help books is that you learn from other people's mistakes. Now, we all learn in different ways, but when you learn from other people's mistakes, it's not as effective as when you learn in your personal experience. What you have to make sure with your self-help book, whatever it may be, for example, I read 48 Laws of Power, which was quite interesting, is that you don't just read it, you actually apply it to your personal life, you apply it to your personal situations, and then you can benefit from it. Now, if you read it and you go to yourself, oh damn, that is so cool, oh my God, I feel like I'm becoming a better version of yourself, then you really are not becoming a better version of yourself because you're not applying that into your everyday life. Just because it gives you shivers and it makes you think, oh damn, makes you feel better about yourself, it doesn't mean that it's working. Now, a lot of people, what they say is that books and self-help books are bullshit. You have to go out there, you have to go to the battlefield and get punched in the face, and that's the only way you can learn. Now, in my opinion, you have to find a balance where although you're being smart about things and learning through books like this, for instance, but at the same time, you are still taking action. You have to take as much action as you possibly can. Just reading is not enough. We human beings, let's be real here, we learn through personal experiences. We learn through getting punched in the face. I use an example from boxing. When you hit the bag, when you're hitting the bag, doing some exercise on the bag itself, you can hit the bag, you can go really hard, you can think you're the man, and you may not realize that your form is bad. Maybe your hands are down as you're punching. Now, with the bag, you don't realize because the bag doesn't hit back. But when you get into the ring and you spar against somebody else, when you have your hands down, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get punched in the face, and this hurts. But through this, you're going to learn to keep your hand up because you're going to go, oh, that hurt. I don't want that feeling to ever happen again. Our personal lives are like this, right? When you make a big mistake, you're going to go, oh, damn, that felt really bad. I felt like I embarrassed myself. I felt embarrassed people around me. That wasn't a very good decision from my side. I need to make sure I do better. From that onwards, you change because something really unpleasant has happened to you, which you don't want it repeated. When you read about someone else's experience, this doesn't feel as unpleasant. And because of that, you're less likely to actually make a change. Now, because of this, you have to take a lot of action as much as possible. If you want to learn to talk to girls, instead of reading about it, you go and talk to them, right? You can read about little details of what to say, how to say, blah, blah, blah. But you learn more by actually going out there and taking action. If you want to become tough, you want to get better under stress, guess what you do? You start boxing and you start getting into boxing fights and you sign up for boxing matches. If you want to have a better physique, you want to have more of a frame, you go to the gym. If you want to get better at speaking, you learn to speak. Instead of watching videos about how to get better at speaking, you take action and you actually try and improve your speech by doing reps, which in this case is you speaking, right? The more you speak, the better you're going to be at speaking. So you have to find a balance where you read these books, which gives you the inspiration for the action that you're going to be taking, but you'll make sure that you take action because action is what's going to help you to learn at the end of the day. Do not depend on self-help books only. No. Understand this. Read as many of these as you want to, but take action next to it. Whatever you have learned, implement this in your personal lives. Of course, try and learn from other people's mistakes as well, because when you do that, you are being smart and you're avoiding an unpleasant situation for yourself, and this helps you to actually come out on the other side a bit better. Please do not be one of those people that read a lot of self-help books but have zero action to back it up with. No. You might be one of those people that read these books, talk to your friends about it, and you tell them how good it is, but you never really improve yourself. You just put some knowledge into your head which you're not actually using. No. When you equip yourself with knowledge, you actually have to use it for yourself for it to be useful. If you just put loads of knowledge into your head and you don't implement it, then what is the point? No, take action. Action is very, very important. So find that balance where you're reading about things, you're watching videos, you're being cautious, but at the same time you are taking action. This is what I wanted to say in this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you thought this gave you value, then consider giving it a like. Also subscribe to the channel if you like these types of videos which are to do with self-improvement. and I make a video every week. So tune in for the next one.